Hi, Bjorn Olsson. I'm the Executive Director of the Terrytown Music Hall. Welcome to another of our popular live stream concerts, which we started back in March when we had to shut down to sort of keep the lights on and to introduce you to new and emerging talent, as well as reconnecting with some old familiar faces. The Music Hall is a non-profit organization, and if there was ever a time that you would consider supporting us with a donation or to join us as a member, now is it. If you can be there for us now, we will be here for you for years to come. Thank you. And now please enjoy tonight's live stream concert.
Yes, the bedpost was his own. The bed was his own. The room was his own. And best and happiest of all, the time before him was his own to make amends in. He was checked in his transports by the churches, ringing out the lustiest peals he had ever heard. Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head. No fog, no mist, no night. Just clear, bright, stirring golden day. "What's today?" cried Scrooge, calling down to a boy in Sunday clothes. "Eh? What's today, my fine fellow?" "Today? Why, it's Christmas Day." "Christmas Day? I haven't missed it. Hello, my fine fellow. Hello. Do you know the poulterers, the in the next street, but one on the corner?" "I should hope I did. Oh, an intelligent boy, a remarkable boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging there? Not the little prize turkey, but the big one." "What, the one as big as me? Oh, what a delightful boy. It's a pleasure to talk to him. Yes, my buck, it's hanging there now. We'll go and buy it." "Walker," said the boy. No, I am in earnest. Go and buy it and tell him to bring it here, that I may give him the direction where to take it. Come back with the man and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with him in 5 minutes, I'll give you half a crown." The boy was off like a shot. "I'll send it to Bob Cratchit. He shan't know who sent it," he said. "It's twice the size of Tiny Tim." The hand in which he wrote the address was not a steady one, but write it he did, somehow, and he went down the stairs to open the street door, ready for the coming of the poulterer's man. Oh, it was a turkey. He never could have stood up on his legs, that bird. He would have snapped him off short in a minute like sealing wax. Scrooge dressed himself all in his best, and at last got out into the streets. People were by this time pouring forth, as he had seen with the ghost of Christmas present, and, walking with his hands behind him, Scrooge regarded everyone with a delighted smile. He looked so irresistibly pleasant, in a word, that 3 or 4 good-humored fellows said, "Good morning, sir. A Merry Christmas to you." And Scrooge often said afterwards that of all the blithe sounds that he had ever heard, those were the blithest in his ears. In the afternoon, he turned his steps to his nephew's house. He passed the door a dozen times before he had the courage to go up and knock on it. "Is your master home, my dear?" said Scrooge to the girl. "Oh, a very nice girl indeed." "Yes, sir." "Where is he, my love?" "He's in the dining room, sir, with his mistress." "He knows me, my dear," with his hand already on the dining room block. "I'll go in here." "Fred?" "Why, bless my soul," cried Fred. "Who's that?" "It is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?" Let him in. It's a mercy he didn't shake his arm off. He was at home in 5 minutes. Nothing could be heartier. Wonderful party, wonderful games, wonderful unanimity, wonderful happiness. But he was early at the office the next morning. Oh, he was early there. If only he could be there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming late. Oh, that was the thing that he had set his heart on. And he did it. The clock struck 9. No Bob. A quarter past. No Bob. Bob was a full 18 minutes and a half behind his time. Scrooge sat with his door wide open that he might see him come into the tank. Bob's hat was off before he opened the door, his comforter too. He was in his stool in a jiffy, driving away with his pen as if he were trying to overtake the clock. Hello, growled Scrooge in his accustomed voice, or as near as he could feign it. What do you mean by coming in this time of day? I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind my time. You are? Yes, I think that you are. Come this way, if you please. It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry last night, sir. Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, Scrooge continued, leaping from his stool and giving Bob such a dig in the ribs that he staggered back into the tank again. And therefore, I'm about to raise your salary. Bob trembled and got a little closer to the ruler. Oh, Merry Christmas, Bob, said Scrooge with an earnestness that could not be mistaken, and he clapped him on the back. Merry a Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I have given you for many a year. I will raise your salary, and I'll endeavor to assist your struggling family, and we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon over a Christmas bowl of smoking bishop, Bob. Now make up the fires and buy a second coal scuttle before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit. Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, as good a man as the good old city knew, or any good old city, town, or borough in this good old world. Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but his own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him. And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man possessed that knowledge. May that truly be said of us and of all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim said, God bless us, everyone.